Take 21. I thought I was recording. I spoke 5 minutes for nothing. It's okay. Let's go for it. I don't know what I was saying, but welcome to your G.I. Joe channel, Firefly 2976. My name is Sevak. It's even better now. I can even say it even better. So welcome to the worst G.I. Joe Classifieds Part 2. And Part 1 was a little challenge for me. I'm not really great in these things, but I love the world of G.I. Joe. Since I'm 9 years old, I discovered G.I. Joe in 1986 when we came to Canada. So last time I spoke in my video about Action Man. Action Man may be famous in UK. Back then, those characters, some people like Action Man. I just don't like the color. So I didn't really elaborate about my first video, because it's true. Look, I had in mind, like everyone else, at the first wave when it came out, I wanted to get a couple of them each to make some profit, Like, you want to make some money with the Cubbies,
I wish I could go back to the beginning of the season, put some money on the Cubs.
I just meant Miami. What did you just say?
I said I wish I could go back to the beginning of the season, put some money on the Cubbies.
What's wrong with that? So we thought of that, like we make some profit, we're not kids anymore. But I did sort of, like, I was like wondering what's going on with this new G.I. Joe line in 2020. They had this blue thing here. Like I said, we're not gonna say anything. We're gonna give it a chance. Like, I did like, Destro from the first wave. They had, Cobra Commander. I saw him differently. So, I'm just saying that certain characters, I was like, what the hell is that? Like, okay, great, we have Gun-Ho and whatever. But then we started like, wait a minute, this is not what we like. And can we go back? Like, don't try, Hasbro, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Like, we like that explosion in the back, the file card in the back. Put a stupid stand, like put the stand. Like freaking 4 years later, they finally said, okay, let's make the retro carded version. I guess, we can sell them the same character twice. Double dipping.
That means you're double dipping.
And we did a couple of bad investments. You invest in the stock, you think you're doing good, but you lose some money. So this 6 years later, like, when the figurines, action figurines, are not being sold, Hasbro is gonna get the message, okay, that character, they're not being sold. And I'm not gonna be like, nice, okay, yeah, you know what, I did like Road Pig, okay, I did like Vulture, I did like Raptor, I did like Crocmaster. No, I didn't like it, sorry, because unless some people are saying, okay, but my brother, when we were kids, my brother liked the Crocmaster or Big Boa, whatever. Okay, fine, if your brother liked that, it's nostalgia, you like it, I have nothing to say. But they were not, unfortunately, you can't have a crocodile character in a G.I. Joe world. What the hell is he gonna do with crocodiles in a raptor? Like, this is like, will become like another movie here. Like, do you remember like the Raptor Man, Condor Man? Like, this is becoming this is not G.I. Joe anymore. G.I. Joe was like Snake Eyes, Stalker, and Storm Shadow. They went to Vietnam together. They became buddies. They went to the temple. There's the stories, Zartan. And then from there, we became a little bit military. Each character, they had like Flash, everything was fine until, like, at this age we're like wondering, no, I don't like it. If you like it, like, I don't have room. Like, first of all, my basement, where my wife kind of lets me have my little area where I can have my collection. Like, at one point we gotta draw the line somewhere. You can't like every character. First of all, the money. Second of all, the space. Forget the money, the space. Third of all, each character, you gotta place it, put the weapons on, and they fall, and then they go, well, how many characters do I have? Like, you can't like everything. So what I did is, like, once I start with the classified, I had to choose. Do I like Marvel? Do I like Star Wars? Do I like the world of Batman? Like, I have to choose, like, what do I like? Like, I have to choose, what do I like? You can't start liking everything, and then some, I'm sorry, I don't want to be judgmental here, but some collectors, they're doing their YouTube video, and then in the background they have millions of figurines. They're all like, it looks like different colors, and like, what is that? Like PMNT with RoboCop and you name it. Like, everything is G.I. Joe, Transformers, everything is mix, and then you go like, what's happening with my life? Like, I need to draw the line somewhere in the sand. Okay, there are certain things, like, I have to say, like, what can I collect? I do want, what I have to, like, get into a certain category. I have reached a certain age. I can't live forever. Like, what is it that I like? If I go back in time, when I was a kid, it started with G.I. Joe. Yeah, I did like a little bit Ninja Turtles, but not enough. So I tried to like Star Wars. So I had a big Star Wars collection. So years and years later, I said, no, Star Wars is not for me. So I got rid of all my Star Wars collection, all my Marvel collection, like Iron Man, like you name it, Batman. I got rid of everything. And I said, I can't collect everything. And there's certain things, like, one thing that I do love is Back to the Future, my Back to the Future collection, G.I. Joe, a little bit Terminator, and some stuff from World War II. I gotta, like, draw the line somewhere. You can't collect everything. It becomes too much for, like, you want to do other stuff in life. You want to travel. You want to spend time with the family. You can't, I get it. You want to have everything, but you have to accept the truth that you can't have everything in life. You can't have the cake and the cherry on the cake. So Alley Viper, for many, many reasons, Alley Viper for me doesn't belong in the G.I. Joe world. So the second character that it was not for me, the Croc Master and Fiona number 38, came out in 2022, $42 retail. So Croc Master and the crocodile has a name. So the Croc Master, I can't relate this character. I don't have much to say. So Wars classified for me. I mean, it does look cool, okay? It does look cool. If you want to put the crocodile with other stuff in your displays and stuff.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
Like, he lives in the water with the crocodiles. Like some characters that they were in the G.I. Joe movie, they look silly, but because they were in the movie, so they passed the test. So, Croc Master, not for me. So let's go to another character. Storm Shadow Arctic Mission number 14 came out in 2020. $20 retail American, US money. Here, holy crap. holy smoke, Storm Shadow Arctic, when it came out, somebody told me, like, you know, those they want to sell figurines. I don't want to say the names. This one is rare, that you're only, it's exclusive, Amazon, whatever. I got one. Then somehow I found a second Arctic. Like at the beginning, when I was collecting the GI Joes, it was more like, okay, I need 3 Lady Jays, 3 Dukes, like 3 Flints, like 5 Cobra Commanders, like 4 Gun Holes. Like I had, then as the classifieds came out, I said, oh my god, this is like a forever, it's gonna be a forever, like, holy smoke, like I can't deal with this is too much. They were pumping and Hasbro was coming out with so much stuff. I said, no, I can't anymore have a second one open, one sealed. First of all, my wallet was crying, and second of all, space. Like at one point I couldn't even walk in my basement. I had to get rid of some addictions that I had in life. So what happened is, I said, I'm just gonna get one. I'm getting 1 Jinx, 1 Falcon. I got rid of my second Falcon. Like you name it, whatever I had double. I still have some of the doubles, like Spirit, whatever, like Barbecue, Dusty. And Mark Walter, you are right. I was not agreeing with you until I saw Dusty's hat. Yeah, that was very cheap. Dusty, I think it's gonna go back in my list. Anyway, so enough for this video. So thank you for, I gotta go back to work. So thank you guys for being, if you guys made it this far to listen to my video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And hit the bell, like and subscribe. And happiness is a choice, nothing else. And I'll see you on the beach.